Hello everyone, this is our exercise number 2 in our way to learn all the features of this awesome application which is Microsoft Word. I highly recommend those who did not watch the first two videos, the introduction video and the exercise 1 video, to watch them before you continue watching this video. So let us start. By the end of this exercise, you will be able to do the following tasks. Apply bullets to a set of paragraphs. Add a watermark to a document. Insert a picture to a document. Apply border and shading to a paragraph. Add a hyperlink to a text. And then set the page orientation. So after finishing this exercise, you will be able to do all these tasks. Okay, it's time for the demonstration. See you there in the demonstration. Okay, gentlemen, let us start. I have the exercise number 2 is here. As you can see, it says here word processing exercise 2. Again, like in the previous exercise 1, we have here a text. We have to type. This is the first step. You have to, as it says here, the first step is to run your word processing program in your computer and you start typing the following. So this is the first step. You run the word and you start typing this text. After that, we have the set of instructions, as you can see, step number 2, 3, 4, and we will go through all these steps. So to save time, I already typed the text in another document, so I will take this down so that, and I have another one which is this. As you can see, it's a plain text. I already typed the text here and we will work on that document. So let me take this one here a little bit, and yeah, like this one. I believe this is okay, and I go to the steps. Now step number 2. So we will start working on this document. So already I type the text and we are ready now to go through our exercise. So now again, the step number 2, save the document as this and it give you the name in your folder. I think we did this in the exercise 1 and now you are familiar with how to save the file. So again, I can go to File tab and I will choose Save As because this is the first time, and then Browse, and I will make sure that I am in my document. Of course you can choose any location you want, but I will save all my documents in my documents folder, so I click that one. Then I can come here and provide the name as it shows here. So I will call this one word processing. It's already there, so I can only, I will change this one to 2. So I specify the location, then the name of the document. Now I can simply click the save button. As you can see, the name is reflected on the top bar here. So this is task number 1, or step number 2. Now step number 3, align the title to the center and format its font size to 24 and font face to bottom. We did this again in exercise number 1, so you should be familiar on doing this without any problem. So since this is the title, I will go to the title. As we said, the first line, normally we refer to it as a title, so I will click that one. Then from the paragraph group, I can click this alignment, which is the center. This is the first thing, and then it asks me to change the font size to 24, and we know how to do this one by make sure that you are selecting the title. Then you go to this menu and you choose 20 or 24, sorry. So this is 24. And the last thing in task number 3 is to font face, which is the type of the font, Dotum. So again, make sure that it's highlighted or selected, and this time I will go to this menu, the font, and from here I can choose the font. So I can scroll, and the name start with D, so I can go down, and I should find it here. Yeah, this one, Dotum. So I click that one. So when I click outside this one, as you can see, I apply different formatting. First I make it center, the alignment center, and the font size 24, as you can see here. Also the font face Dotum. So after we did this step, it's better to, as I advise you all the time, you click the save button just in case. So okay, excellent. Now task number 3, task number 4. Type your first and last name, your ID number and section number at the end of the document. Then highlight your full name with any color using text highlighter color. Okay, so let's do that. I go at the end of the document. I make sure I bring my cursor here and I press enter. Now I can write here student name, and you type your name, press enter, student ID, and you type your ID. For example, I will type this ID. Also, it asks you to type the section number. Of course, you type your own section number and ID, and let us write 3. Now, as I told you in the exercise number 2, because Word doesn't recognize your name, so normally it gives it a red line. If you want to get rid of this, simply right click your name and say ignore all, and the same thing for your last name. Now in the exercise, or in the task number 4, it says here, then highlight your full name with any color. So I will select my full name. Then the highlight color is from here, not this one. This is the font color. We'll come to that later on, but it's highlight, so I can click this arrow which is next to highlight. It gives me all the options. I can choose any color. If the task didn't ask me specific color, I can choose anyone. I will choose the yellow. So this is how I highlight a text. You simply select a text, and then from here you click the color that you want. Okay, let us save, click that one, and let us continue. Now number 5, apply any bullets for the lines that are between motherboard and power supply. So apply bullets, okay, line between the motherboard. So what's that one? Yeah, this one. This is the motherboard and the power supply, so it asked me to apply a bullets for these lines. Now very simple, you select the lines, then the bullets, we can come in the paragraph section in this area. You can click the arrow next to the bullets, you see, and you have here different type of bullets. So when you hover your mouse, you can see a preview, and when you are sure, you just click your mouse. So it didn't ask me, it didn't specify me a specific bullet, so I can choose any bullets you want. You can choose any bullets. So for example, I will choose this one. Once I decide on that bullet, simply you click now and it apply the bullets to these lines. This is what we refer to them as a bullets. Excellent. So let us save. You see, now I start formatting my document. It becomes more professional. As we go through these steps, things will change. So let us keep going. Now, number 6, add to the document the diagonal text watermark, and it is giving me what the watermark should be for review only. So what is a watermark? Watermark, you know, some documents you want to type or you want to show some text on the background. Like for example, some confidential documents, normally they use this feature. So I will show you how to do that one. So to add a watermark, simply you go to the design, or sorry, to the insert, add design, sorry, to the design tab. In the design tab, we have here a section in the background. It's called watermark. If you click that one, here it gives you many built-in watermark ready for you to use. So simply if I click any one of these, it will be the watermark of the document. But since in the task it asks me for specific text for review only, I don't have here a text for review only. For example, here I have confidential, this is diagonal, this is horizontal, here we have do not copy, you know, here we have draft. So in this case, if you cannot find the watermark built in that case, you simply come to the here custom watermark. Custom watermark means that you can specify the exact text that you want to be the watermark. So simply by clicking that, now by default we don't have any watermarks, that's why it says here no watermarks. Now you have two options. You can insert a picture as a watermark and you can insert a text as a watermark, but since the question here it asked me for this text, so I will choose the text watermark. I will choose this option, and on the text box here I will remove that one. I will type whatever it asked me in the task. So I will write now for review only, for review only. Excellent. Also I have many options. I can change the font face if I want, I can change the size, I can change the color, but it didn't ask me to do that. But here it asked me add a document to the document diagonal text. So you see you have two options, diagonal and horizontal. So if you choose horizontal, it will be horizontal. If you choose diagonal, it will be diagonal, as we will see. Then we have here a check box. It says semi-transparent. Now if you want the watermark to be more obvious and very solid, you can remove this tick mark. So what I mean is if we keep this one and we say apply, you see now it apply the watermark. So if I want it to be more solid and more dark, you simply remove that tick mark and you apply again. You see it's a little bit more dark, but normally watermarks are semi-transparent, so I will keep this semi-transparent and apply. And then you know this one, when you apply it, you can now close. As you can see now, this is the what we refer to it as a watermark. So I have this text as part of the background of the document. Okay, and now you know how to add watermark. Excellent. So let us save and let us continue. Now we reach task number 7. Insert any computer related clip art after the word power supply. So now it asks me to insert a picture. Clip art is a picture. computer related, any computer related clip art. So let me show you, and it tell us here after the word power supply. So where is that word? Yeah, it's here. So this is the power supply. So the first thing you have to do is to make sure that your cursor is at the location. So I click here, I give it a space. Now I am ready to insert the picture. Now how do we do this? Very simple. We go to the Insert tab, and on the Insert tab, on the illustrations group, I have here an option for inserting a picture. When I click that arrow, I have two options. Either I can, if I have the picture in my computer, I can choose this device, or I can go and search online. So Word is give me this option. But I think I have a picture here, so let me show first how, if you want, you can use the online feature. So if I click that one, online pictures, it will open this dialog box, and you can start here. You can click in the search box, and you can type any key word, and the word will use the Bing as a search engine, and it will provide you some pictures. So let me, for example, I write here computer. Of course you have to have an internet, and you click here, and let us see what it will find for us. You see, it bring us all different type of pictures from the internet, so you can choose any one you want. And these pictures, normally you can use them and without violating the copyright. This is one way. If you have the picture already in your computer, I will say cancel. I will go back to insert, make sure that the cursor is here, the place where you want to install the picture, and then I will choose this device. Now by default it open a dialog box, and it will go directly to your pictures folder. But you can, if your picture is in different location, you can choose any location you want from here, the left hand side. But my picture, let me, it's here, so it's in the picture folder. I have a picture here, so you select it and you click insert. When you click the insert, it will insert the picture in your cursor location. And as you can see, the picture has these round circles. We call these are sizing handlers. You can click and drag any handler so that you can resize your picture either in diagonal way or in horizontal way. Okay, it's up to you. So but I will keep it like that one. So, and I can click anywhere else. So this is the way you can insert a picture to a document. It is very simple. Now I will click again save to make sure that I save all the changes. So you see my document is becoming more attractive. Excellent. So let us continue. Number 8, insert. This is a symbol. It's a keyboard symbol, I think. Next to the word keyboard, and this symbol next to the word mouse. So you see I have two symbols here. I have, this is a keyboard symbol, and this is a mouse symbol. I think we did this in the exercise number 1. You can refer to that video also, but let us do it again here. So where is the next to keyboard? Okay, so I will insert this symbol next to the keyboard. So where is the keyboard word? Okay, so it's here. So I will click the cursor here, make sure it is in the exact location you want. And if you remember, to insert a symbol, we simply go to the insert and we come to the symbols group. I click this one. Now if you find the symbol already here in this list, you can click it. Very simple. If you don't find the symbol that you are looking for, you just click more symbols. And again, you remember, make sure that you are in the font which is Wingdings, because if it is not selected, you may not find the symbol that normally we use. For example, if I am here, you see different symbols. You can try if you want, and but most of the symbols that we work with are in this group, wingdings. Now here I think there is a keyboard. What is that keyboard? Yeah, we have this one. You see, I click that one and then insert and close. You see now it insert a keyboard symbol next to the keyboard word, and here is the mouse word. Again, I will click that cursor, make sure it is here. Again, I will go to the insert, to the simple, more simple, and I should have a mouse next to the keyboard. I think this one, and insert and close. So now I add the keyboard symbol and the mouse symbol. So let me save. Excellent. Now number 9, apply any border and shading for the first paragraph. That's good. So let's go to the first paragraph. As we said, this is the title, so this is the first paragraph. So I will select it. Then to apply border and shading to the paragraph, I go back. You see now currently I am in the insert tab. I have to go back to the home, and here in the paragraph group I have this icon here. This is responsible for the borders and shading. So you click the arrow, don't click that button itself, click the arrow so that you have more options. You click that one, and if we go all to the button border and shading, you click that one, we will have here a dialog box open. It's called border and shading. Now by default it says none here, so if you want a border, you click the box. This is the first thing you have to do. Make sure you click the box, and then from the style here you can choose the type or the style of the border. Okay, since it didn't ask me, you know, we have a list of borders here, styles. You can choose any one. So let me choose, for example, I will keep the first one, the very simple line. Also you can apply color if you want for the font. So for example, let me, although it didn't ask me in the task, so these are optional. And also the width of the border. And the last step is, please make sure that apply to this section is set to paragraph, because sometimes if I click that one, sometimes it is selecting the text. In this case it will make a border in each text, in each word, but this is not what I want. The task asks me to for the paragraph, so make sure that you choose here the paragraph. So we set the box, we set the style, the color, the width, whatever you want, and the last, make sure that this is a paragraph. Once you are sure, simply click OK. And we forget very important thing, which is the shading. We just put the border. So again, I will select my paragraph. Again, I will go here in the home tab. Again, border and shading. Now in this side, we finish the border, but there is here what? The shading. And I can choose here any shading. Click the fill color. Okay. And you can choose any color you want from here, and here in the preview it gives you an idea about how the paragraph will looks like. Again, make sure here again here that you are selecting the paragraph and click OK. Excellent. You see now my paragraph has a border and a shading. So this is how we format the border and shading for a paragraph. Very good. Now simply click the save and let us continue. Number 10, add a hyperlink to the building your own PC phrase that points to www.hp.com. So in Word you can create a hyperlink that work exactly like the links on the many different websites. You know, in the website, when you click a link, it will send you to a location or another website. So you have this functionality in Word. So let us do this. Here it asks me had a hyperlink, okay, in building your own PC. So where is that? Yeah, it's here, building your own PC. So I will choose this phrase building your own PC, and I want to convert this text to a hyperlink, so that when I click that text, it will send me to a certain website, and here it gives me that website. It is www.hp.com. So how do we do this? Very simple. You just select the text that you want to make it hyperlink. Then you go to insert, and from the insert we have here in the links group, we have here the link. You click that link, and in this address box you just simply type the address of the website that you want to go. So I will write www.hp.com as it's giving me in the task, as you can see from here, and simply you click OK. You see now by default Word, it will change its color to blue, and it will put underline, and when my mouse hover over it, it gives me this screen tip, and it asks me if I want to click this hyperlink. I have to press Control in my keyboard so that my mouse is converted to hand. As you can see now, simply if I click this text box, it will open my web browser, and it will send me to the website which is www.hp.com. So this is how we can add a hyperlink to a text. Okay, let us continue. Again, I will save. You see now our documents is becoming more and more professional looking. Okay, so we learn many features in Word. So let us continue. I think this is the last one. Number 11, set the page orientation to landscape and then save the document. So page orientation, what we mean by page orientation is how your page is laid out. We have two page orientation: portrait, which is the default, which is this one, long web page, or landscape. Landscape, it will be wider, in the wide. So how do we do this? We simply go to the layout tab, and from the layout tab we have here in the page up setup group, we have the page orientation. When you click this arrow, you have the two options, portrait and landscape, and as you can see, portrait is the one that's selected by default. So now if I click landscape, you see my document become wider. Okay, this is the we call it the, now as you can see, my section number 3 it goes to the next page. So let me fix this one. I think I can simply come the first page, and I can increase the bottom margin. I think I can take it down a little bit, yeah, like this. So now I have a single page document in the landscape. Of course, don't worry about the margins. This is another exercise. So this is my page, and I think this is now ready to be saved, and that's it. So this is a very interesting exercise. We learn a lot of features in Word. Now it depends on your trainer. You will submit this finished document to your trainer the way he specified. Again, I will give you in the video description in the YouTube channel a homework that looks like this one, so that you can practice in your own. I hope this video was very useful for you, and I will see you inshallah in the next exercise video. Till then, please stay safe.